Have a baby by me, baby. Be a millionaire. Have a baby by me, baby. Be a millionaire. Have a baby by me, baby. Be a millionaire. Be a millionaire. Be a millionaire. Have a baby by me, baby. Be a millionaire. Have a baby by me.
It allowed abortion only in cases to save the life of the mother. So even if you had a situation where a young woman had been raped or the victim of incest, she still could not get an abortion in Texas.
Equal pay for equal work, join our round. Equal pay for equal work, join our...
Women were by definition, by nature, intended, many people believed, to take care of homes and children. And to say that's not true, but that women have a right to be lawyers and doctors and police officers, that was radical.
Since the Roe v. Wade case in 1973, there have been nearly 50 million abortions in the United States. 43% of women will have an abortion by age 45, and 1/2 of those receiving abortions have had one previously.
Baby, I've got two daughters, 9 years old, 9 years old, and 6 years old. If they make a mistake, I don't want them punished. I don't want them punished with a baby.
87% of abortions are performed using the curette and suction
moves
technique.
the cannula around the child, and the force of the suction either breaks the baby's body apart and sucks it through the tube, or if the baby is small enough, the baby goes through the tube intact. And as Dr. Martin Haskell has testified in court, sometimes that baby's heart is even still beating when the baby goes down the tube and into the collection jar. Once the plastic tube has suctioned out the baby, the abortionist then takes an instrument that looks like this. It is a curette, very sharp, puts it into the uterus and scrapes out any of the remaining parts of the placenta or any pieces of the afterbirth that are still lodged in the uterus, and then finally one more passes with the suction tube to make sure that everything has been removed.
If God wills it, should be a death sentence for women. There are other people who believe that terminal defects like I experienced should be allowable to terminate a pregnancy. But there are other people, who want to cut that line off at depression. Women are suicidal. I don't think that's a decision government should ever be making, ever.
There are over 16,000 late-term abortions performed yearly in the United States using this technique. Let's hear one woman's story about her late-term abortion performed by Dr. Tiller in a Kansas abortion clinic.
Well, it was a 5-day process, and when I first went in, they have counseling that they offer. It's a group counseling with other women that are going through the same thing, and during the 5 days, they insert expandable whatever into the cervix to slowly dilate you through the 5-day process. And about the 3rd or 4th day, Dr. Tiller came in and injected into the amniotic sac saline solution, which suffocated and burned my baby to death. And on the last day, they put you in a room with other women. There's like maybe 6 to 10 beds in a big room, and every woman is lying there. And they kind of go down the line, and whoever's ready, they decide that you're dilated enough, and they put you in a wheelchair and wheel you out to another room. And in this other room, there's basically a toilet, and they told me to sit on the toilet, lean on the nurse, and push my baby into a toilet. And after that, they wheel you into another room to remove all the, afterbirth. And really, that's the only 2 times I ever saw the doctor, was when he injected the saline solution and when he finished the process by removing the afterbirth. And this is all very graphic, and I think that that's very important that people know that that's going on in our country.
Absolutely, I applaud you for it.
Women are told that they have a choice, yet no one tells us what that choice is, or what that choice is going to do to us or to the baby, for that matter. I mean, very few people, I think, know that this is what happens. It's not just an easy solution. It's not an answer to any problem. It just creates other problems.
What happened to you after the abortion?
many things. I mean, I was traumatized, so I had lots of symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder. I had very low self-esteem. I was promiscuous. I used drugs. I had eating disorders. Lots of horrible things.